In just 10 minutes, most people might fold some laundry or whip up a sandwich. But in that same short span of time, director Nazim Taliahadzeyev accomplished something extraordinary. He crafted one of the most haunting anti-war statements ever put to screen. Released in 1983, There Will Come Soft Rains may be little known to modern audiences, but it remains a Cold War-era gem, deeply philosophical and visually unforgettable. A forgotten masterpiece rooted in American sci-fi. Despite being a Soviet production, the story of There Will Come Soft Rains is set in Allendale, California, drawing directly from Ray Bradbury's The Martian Chronicles. The film takes its title from Sarah Teasdale's World War I poem, a fitting namesake for a work that mourns humanity's self-destruction. The plot unfolds in a post-apocalyptic smart house, run by a robot that carries out daily routines for a family that no longer exists. Taliahadzeyev makes no effort to explain the war that decimated the world, because that's not the point. This isn't a history lesson or a political commentary about specific nations. Instead, the film speaks to the universal consequences of human conflict. It's intimate and quiet, yet emotionally overwhelming. Tension without gore, a psychological descent. What sets the film apart is how it elicits dread without any explicit violence. The horror is not shown, it's suggested. The house is clean, sterile, and lifeless, with only a machine as its inhabitant. The robot's repetitive behavior becomes increasingly disturbing as it becomes clear it's carrying out rituals for a dead family. Bradbury fans may already know the twist, but the way the film builds toward it still lands with devastating effect. It's a cautionary tale delivered not with bombast, but with eerie silence and slow revelation. Cutout animation as an artistic weapon. Perhaps the most unexpected aspect of the film is its visual style. Rendered in cutout animation, a method often associated with comedic fare like Monty Python or South Park, the film uses the medium to unsettling effect. The jerky, fragmented visuals mirror the fractured state of the world it depicts. There's no warmth, only mechanical rhythm and cold efficiency. Despite its minimalism, the animation is rich with intention. Nature is depicted with smooth, graceful motion, like the flapping wings of a dove or the flutter of curtains, while the mechanical world remains stiff and lifeless. This contrast subtly but powerfully underscores the film's theme. Only nature offers redemption from mankind's folly. The choice of animation was both artistic and practical. Cutout techniques were cheaper to produce than traditional cell animation or live-action sets. Yet the limited style only heightens the atmosphere, forcing the viewer to focus on meaning over spectacle. A symbolic interior, faith and fragility. The short, sparse set design hides powerful symbolism. A flower pot sits by a window. A crucifix hangs on a wall. These artifacts, ordinary in a home, feel jarringly out of place in a world otherwise devoid of life and soul. They reflect a failed attempt to maintain normalcy, clashing with the cold metal surroundings. Even the robot ignores them, as if unaware of the deeper meaning they once held. These details aren't just decorative, they're narrative. Every item in the house tells a story of what was lost and what little hope might remain. The film's quiet legacy and global relevance. Though only 10 minutes long, There Will Come Soft Rains has more to say than most full-length war dramas. It's a potent example of animation's ability to tackle serious, even traumatic, subject matter. Its success is a rebuke to those who see animation only as a vehicle for children's stories. Western markets, particularly the US, have long underestimated animation's potential for adult storytelling, in part due to Disney's influence. But that's changing. Recent animated films like The Boy and the Heron, Waltz with Bashir, and The Wind Rises show that global audiences are beginning to appreciate animation's range. And classics like Grave of the Fireflies and Persepolis demonstrate how powerful animated war films can be. Even older entries in the genre, such as Typhoid Suffers, 1963, and Barefoot Gen, 1983, continue to resonate. These works prove that animation can offer uniquely piercing insights into humanity's darkest hours. A film for the present and the future. Taliahadzeyev's short might be a product of Cold War anxieties, but its message is tragically timeless. In an era still grappling with global tensions and the threat of war, There Will Come Soft Rains feels just as relevant today as it did 4 decades ago. While it remains obscure in Western cinema circles, this 1983 Soviet short deserves rediscovery. It reminds us that devastation isn't just measured in bombs dropped or borders drawn, but in the quiet, empty spaces left behind when we forget our shared humanity.